Hey babies, what's going on? What's shaking? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? It's yours truly, me, Miss B. Welcome to Real Ass Women Talk. It's Raw Talk, baby, and tonight we want to know, have you ever dated anybody online? Is it just for a hookup or can you find true love? We're going to find out tonight on Raw Talk. Hey, babies, welcome to Raw Talk with yours truly, me, Miss B, and my girlfriend, Peggy. Hey. What's going on, girlfriend Peggy? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fabulous. I'm doing fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
We can tell just by looking at you. We can see it all over your face.
Valentine's African queen look.
Well, it's my Valentine's gypsy queen look. Somebody told me I look like a gypsy. So African queen. Thank you, honey. Thank you. And so, tonight on Real Ass Women Talk, we are discussing dating online, because look, in this world of COVID, folks are not getting out and about and socializing like they used to. And now you have to come up with different and more creative ways to date. So there's some people who dated online right from the beginning. They didn't have to wait for COVID or anything else. And then there are others of us who hesitated, didn't do it, and now we're starting to think about it. Are you thinking about it, girlfriend Peggy?
I am. I'm thinking about it. I'm on the edge of the pool. I'm just kind of thinking about getting back in the dating pool, but just lounging around and kind of looking over the waters a little bit and a little bit leery. So I'm really excited about our guest tonight. Just interested and excited to hear what they have to say, how it all came together. And like I said, I've been kind of straddling the fence on this online thing. So I want to see if anything they say may push me to the right a little bit, may push me close to the edge to get it in.
Yeah. Yes, because we talked about where you are in the dating pool. So right now we're just lounging around the pool. And then there are other people who have gone over to the edge of the pool and maybe they put their toes in the water. They're on the steps, they just kind of getting their feet wet. And then there's some people who are splashing around in it, just having a good time and checking it out. Other people have already gotten to the deep end of the pool. They're deep into an online dating relationship. And then there are those who have made it to the other side. MATED, made it. They have gotten the straight love hookup as a result of getting out there and dating online. So let's welcome, without further ado, our wonderful guest for the evening. It is Coco and Kenneth. And Coco is a longtime party friend of mine, also a former business partner. She is absolutely delightful, and we are so excited to have both of you here with us. Oh, yay!
Yay!
Hi, Coco.
Hey, ladies. How are y'all doing tonight?
Fabulous.
A toast to your love, a toast.
Thank you.
Okay.
So this is in a beer bottle.
Coco used to be out there. She would be in the club on Friday night with the Monday Night Martini crew. They had their own section of the club.
Yes.
Friday, we get our happy hour on. It was beautiful. Coco and I took a picture together.
A million pictures.
Many pictures.
Every Friday night. It was like, girl, we find us a spot. And
that's click. Right. And sometimes we had to move people out the way.
Because our photo was very important to us.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Important. And then time went on, and she was doing her thing. I went on to do mine. And then we came back together
Yes.
to sell paparazzi. Paparazzi is a beautiful line of costume jewelry that is lead free and nickel free.
Yes.
The designs are awesome and beautiful, different every day, and it's it's just a super business to have. And
Yes,
Coco, you're a distributor. Tell us how you got started.
Actually, I got started. It'll be my 2-year anniversary coming up on February 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, my 3-year anniversary as an independent consultant paparazzi accessories on February 9th. So I got started actually through my niece, his niece, so niece by love now. So yeah, I got started through her. She started it up with a friend. I saw them talking about it on Facebook a couple times, showed some pieces. And I'm like, you know what? Let me look more into this. So I was like, well, you know what? I think I want to buy me some pieces. So I think I want to just join the buy for myself because I'm a little stingy like that. But then people started noticing what I was wearing and wanted what I had. And I had to think about it. I'm like, I could just give them what I got on my neck and go back and buy me some more pieces. So that's what was happening. Next thing you know, they were asking, well, where you get the pieces from? So I started, now I'm giving you the spill of the business. So you know what? Why don't you join? So if you like what I'm wearing, you might want to become a consultant so you can get your own pieces and as many pieces as you want and be the first to get the pieces before they sell out. And that's how it started. So within the first year, I became a director. So I am a director of paparazzi independent consultants. Yes, I have my own fabulous boutique called Coco's Fashion Jewelry Corner. And you can find me 24/7 via my website at www.cocosfashionjewelrycorner.com.
You don't have to do it so fast. It's okay.
You know, I'm so used to doing them on them little videos, and the videos like on Instagram only give you 58 seconds. So you got to get it in there.
You got to get to it.
That's right. We're here for the business. Let me get to the point. There's a website. Go check it out and tell you everything else you need to know.
Yes. Well, the piece I
have been doing that off and on, and of course, COVID kind of hit, so it kind of slowed me down from doing my vending events. So I was doing a lot of the urban comedy. Shouts out to Robert Stafford and Celebrity Bonds Entertainment. They got that locked down in Orlando here. So we were all over doing different things. So, and I was lucky enough to have a lot of people reach out to me to come and vend at a lot of their events. So, but of course, with COVID, kind of stepped back a little bit. I don't feel it being a dying need to be out vending at the moment. So, but I still have loyal customers who get me up on the regular, and I'll get them what they need. So we got it like that. So I'm not down and out, not lost. I'm not stepping back. I'm doing it a little bit more wiser now. So, but I'm still out there. My business is still booming. I'm still doing it.
That's beautiful. That is wonderful. This piece I have on is one of their original pieces.
Yes, that is the Hypnotize.
Yes. And it's very popular. Comes in silver and gold. Now,
silver and gold.
I paired it with some different earrings. These are by far, to me, the absolute best, prettiest paparazzi earrings.
Those look like glitz. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's glitz. If both of those pieces are blockbuster pieces, those will never go away because they sell so often. And only $5.
Only $5. I love it.
Only $5.
The rhinestones, the accent is on the outside and on the inside. So you get a complete look with. I love it. And then girlfriend Peggy is sporting a beautiful gold choker.
That's right. Get it, Miss Peggy. All right.
She's a choker girl.
Yes.
So
I am sporting one of my newest pieces. Here we have the one that has multiple colors in it, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. And then we have the earrings here. Well, the earrings they don't really go with this necklace, but I just like how it brings out the different colors. So, and there is a name for it. I can't remember the exact name, but I kind of describe it as unicorn because it has all those multi-colors in it. So, yeah. I think it went well with the shirt.
I'm going to have to get with you because I need a couple of more chokers.
Oh, hey, the website's open 24/7. Feel free to check it out. Get you all the chokers you want.
Yep. Shop till you drop. Shop till your heart. Right. Our show is about relationships, and it's produced by adults. It's for adults. It happens with adults, and we've been talking adult conversation about what it's like to be a mature person. People who have already been married and had children and raised their children, or they're practically gone, and then for whatever reason you find yourself single and out there in the dating world.
Right.
So tell us your story. What happened to you? What
Well, I
out there
I am a mother of 4. So, and my children are grown and gone. As of 2 years ago, I would say the last 2 finally left the nest. But prior to them leaving, yes. So now we're stuck with a dog. She's just over here messing around now. So she thinks he's playing with her, but he's not. We ain't playing. Go sit down. You're just like our child. But yeah, so I was single for a good little while. Of course, I dated off and on. I was once married. So yes, I was once married. That of course didn't last or didn't go right. So of course it ended. But once I got out there dating again, initially I was not looking for, I guess you could say, something permanent, because I wasn't too sure where I was going to stand with that at the moment. But then after dating a couple times, I was like, you know what? No, I'm ready for it. Don't worry about it. Then I said, I'm ready for something permanent. I'm not, looking to date no more. I'm looking to, be that woman. So
yeah, because that dating thing is
a drink and the dog is licking it up. She's gonna be drunk by the end of all this. Sorry. But anyway, so
the dog is gonna be drunk by the end of the show.
We'll put her on. So once I got out there and started dating again, I thought I found something serious again. Nope, that wasn't serious. So I actually was at a point where I was like, you know what? And it was online dating. I had met a couple of people online, but I was at that point where I was getting online to get off. I was like, let me go and delete this account. I am done. I'm over with this. It ain't worth it no more. And at that moment, I actually had an inbox message, and the message was real simple. He wasn't somebody trying to come on hard or nothing. It was just like, I came across your profile. I think you're very, beautiful. Would love to talk to you. Hit me up. My name is Ken. So I was like, you know what? What the heck? Why not? It's the last one on here. I'm getting ready to probably end this anyway. So I reached out to him. And ever since then, we've been, talking, and we've been together. So it's been 5 years. We just celebrated 5 years last. Yep.
That is awesome. Now, what made you tell us which one which online service you selected and why?
Actually, I was on several for a while. I think the very first one I ever got on was, oh gosh, what was the name of it? Black Planet. Yeah, Black Planet was the very first one I ever got on. And I met really nice guys on there. I really did. But you kind of, when there's a connection and when there isn't a connection.
Yes.
And some guys I never met in person, but they were so nice. You still carried on a conversation and never went left. It was always just straightforward and, nice conversation. Hey, how was your day? Or talking about something on TV. Because they weren't really looking for nothing at the time either. And, and one thing I would say with dating sites, if you're going to get on them, be honest, so why not be honest on these things? There are people who are actually there for hookups. And honestly, I respect that more than somebody who's lying about what they're actually on there for,
Right.
So at least, tell me what it is you're looking for. If that's not what I'm looking for, I'm going to tell you that's not what I'm looking for. But if we're still cool, we can talk and just be like friends on there or something like that. That's a different story. So, but there were some on there that were, of course, they had a disguise, big time disguise. So Black Planet was fun and games, but that ended. And then I found POF. And POF,
Plenty of fish.
I found Ken. Plenty of fish.
Plenty
and there's plenty of fish on there. At least there was.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't know if that's so different from dating in person. Like you say, some guys were there just for a hookup and other people were looking for a relationship. Isn't that the way it is when you're out there? Some people are just looking for a hookup and other people are hoping to find, a real committed relationship with someone.
Yeah.
So it's not. So how do you how do you vet somebody that online who might be long distance?
Well, he actually was long distance, not too long of a distance, but thank God. Yeah, Polk County. So, and that's about an hour and a half away. Seemed like forever for me initially when we first started dating. But we made it work. He would actually commute because I mean, B, I think you know, I'm not a highway person. I'm scared of the highway. I'm scared of them semi trucks. When Saxbo used to give, directions on where we going, look, if somebody come get me, because I'm not driving a highway. But yeah, so trying to get on a highway, that was kind of like out of question. And I told him, I was honest. I said, I'm scared of highways. I don't know how to do that. First thing I was like, well, I'm coming to you. So he would come he worked crazy hours and he would get off every Friday, come and see me on for the whole weekend if I'm staying here, or he would come pick me up, take me back to Polk County. I'm there for the whole weekend. And then he had to turn around and bring me back. So that was some traveling. So that was some traveling. So it was worth it. Yes, it was. And
how long did it take before you made the connection? Because you didn't just start going back and forth on the weekend in the first week.
Oh.
No, we talked for a month? I think
a month, maybe two.
Maybe close to 2 months that we talked online. And I'm sorry, not online, because after that first couple of conversations, we was done with online. Yeah, we was done online. He told me that, let me see if I remember how your words was. I think you're the woman that's going to make me delete this account. And I was like, okay, we going to see. So I think I waited 2 days. I went on POF. He wasn't on it. So I deleted my account.
And that's based on a month of regular, deep, open, honest conversation with one another.
It was so open and deep and long that he would catch me snoring on the phone, or he ended up snoring on the phone. And we just went to bed with the phones on. So yeah, but we always had something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it was like trying to get. We're both only a year apart, so it's kind of like trying to get 40-something years of experience in a conversation. Yeah. So we just talked about our lives, his past, my past, what we like, what we don't like. And I mean, we had a lot in common. We're both Leos. Our birthday's the same month. We're
3 days apart.
Yeah, that sounds better to me when I was saying it was only 362 days apart or something.
Yeah.
I was way off with our birthdays one time. But so I'm 46, he's 47. So yeah, we're only a few days apart. So both Leos. Yep, he's a baby of his family. I'm the oldest of mine. So but yeah, we had a lot in common.
That's beautiful.
So we got to talking, chatting, and it went from there. So it just it sparked quick. It did. But you just sometimes Yeah. So when you know, I don't know how to tell people.
but that's true though. When you know, you just know. Yeah. So Cheryl Walker is checking in with us. She says,
"Oh, Cheryl, Lord. Hey, Cheryl."
Kathryn Coco, she says she loves you, friend.
Oh, love you too, Cheryl.
Yeah, I gotta get Cheryl.
That's my Eminem sis.
Yes, she is. That Monday Night Martini crew ain't nothing to mess with, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just say that.
That is a strong family. You cannot divide that.
You cannot divide that. Nor can you keep up with it. I found out I couldn't keep up with them. Monday night, I said, this is what y'all do on Monday night? Shit.
Somebody was having something every other weekend, so.
I'm like, no, can't do it. Kathy Lovitz is on the check-in. Hey, Kathy.
Oh, hey, Kathy.
Listen,
GQ, we said, hey, Kathy.
That's right. She and GQ are going to be celebrating the birthdays and all kind of stuff this month. So
yeah,
I'm going to have them on the show too, because they represent love in a different way. And this is the month of February. So for us, It's all about talking about love and relationships. And we're going to have some interesting people on to talk about their experience. So, Ken, we haven't we haven't talked to you too much. Tell us what made you go online for dating.
Well, actually, I had been in a long relationship and had previously gotten out of it, and living a single life. I was just looking to get back into the dating scene and not really looking for anything, but I was open to it. So I put my profile online and just started looking, went on a few dates, met a few interesting people, and ran across her picture. And like she said, I left her a little message and she contacted me back and we just started talking, hit it off, and we just went from there. And it's been good ever since.
See, that's wonderful. Were you specifically looking to have a monogamous, committed relationship when you set out to date online?
No. When I set out dating online, I was basically, to be honest, looking for the overnight, the one hit quitter, as we say.
Yes.
But just to keep it real and be honest, that's what I was out there before the time.
For the one-off.
Yeah, exactly.
The one-off beat.
Yeah.
Let me just get one off. I'm good.
That's it. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of men, when they get online, they are excited because they are, have that same mindset that it's going to be one night stands and we're just going to be hanging from chandelier from woman to woman to woman?
I'd say, I'm not going to say all of them, but I'll say quite a few. I'm not going to say the majority of the men that get online are looking for that, but yeah, that's probably the initial setup or initial thinking. But once they get on there and they start meeting and interacting with people, if they have any respect for their moms or sisters, they'll change that thought immediately. But some guys don't think like that, and that's exactly my frame of mind at the time. And I'm like, I respect and love my mom so much, and my sisters. Why would I get out there and do that to somebody else's mom, sister, aunt, or anything like that? So, that respect came back into play real quick. And although all those thoughts of immediately hooking up and just hooking up just for the hookup and be on my way, that kind of just flew out the window. I'm like, I can't do that. So I'm gonna be true to the man that I was raised to be, and that's what I did.
Only a year.
I'm sorry.
Is it age different?
No. Is there age different? And what's Ken's age?
Yes, I'm 47.
I'm 46.
Late 40s, and you're 46. So now it took you all those years to come to the realization that being loose and just running from woman to woman did not, strike your mind as something that you needed to change way before the point of 46, or looking to, connect with somebody in some type of real relationship?
I don't even think he got to that point, because he left a long-term relationship, and then that's when he got onto the site.
Yeah, I've never been that type of. I've never been that type of guy to where I was just going from woman to woman.
Right, I missed a lot of what you guys said.
That's okay.
I have to watch the video now to catch up on what it is you guys said.
Okay.
I missed a lot of it.
Yeah. That's all right. And I was out there dating, but I wasn't hooking up. That's probably why a lot of the dates didn't go right, because they saw that I was not the hookup chick.
Right.
It's funny you would say that, because I was in a conversation with somebody who might be a mutual friend of ours, Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling.
Okay. And so we were talking just the other night, and we were talking about Steve Harvey's daughter, and how people are, kind of putting her down about, she's dating all of these different, rappers and entertainers and what have you. And and they go, and immediately people think because you're dating around,
you're sleeping,
that you're having sex.
Right.
And I'm like, don't be so fast to think that. Maybe she's, going from one to the other because they realize that she's not giving it up.
Give it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
that takes a lot of respect from a man. Huh?
They're not quick to put that part out there.
Exactly.
They're not quick to put that part
and
out
I caught on. Yeah, I caught on to a lot of guys that same way. Because I mean, I used to have people come back to me say things, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Oh, well, he said that you was mean or you were B and this and that." And I'm like, "Okay, was that? When did he say that? Was it after I turned them down, or told them no, I'm not interested anymore because they couldn't, they're going for something else that I'm not just ready to do yet. So now I'm that. Okay, if that's what you want to believe, go ahead. But and it was crazy because it was guys, it was their friends, that would hit me up and be like, yeah, I heard, this didn't work out with you. So he said that you was this and that and this. I'm like, okay. So he's talking to his homies about me. That's fine, but does he know his homies are trying to talk to me now?
Right.
Because yeah, guys can be, and I know it goes both ways, ladies too. But yeah, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they can crack the code. It's like, well, he didn't get in on it, so let me see if I can, crack the code and get in on it because they want bragging rights. Let's face it.
Right. Exactly.
They want bragging rights, even if it's a lie. Yeah.
Right.
So how long had you been doing the online dating, or one at a time? Whoever cares to go first.
Oh, good.
Well, I had already been out of my marriage for 10 years. Was it 10 years? Yeah, 10 years prior to meeting Kenneth. So I had been dating off and on for 10 years. So online, that was probably honestly from the jump. From as soon as my marriage ended, somebody told me about Black Planet. That's when I got on Black Planet, and that's where, that's mostly how I would meet some of the guys. So from that, or a friend would tell me about someone. But other than that, yeah, it was what the sites. So 10 years for me until we met.
How many people did you meet in person?
Oh, in person? I would say probably about 4. Yeah, about 4 guys in person. Okay. And then 2 or 3, we became friends on the social media site, and then even like on Facebook. Every once in a while, they check in on me on Facebook, saying they're happy for me. They see I'm doing good and stuff. So, and I respect that. I kind of like that versus an old somebody coming back out the blue asking, hitting you up in the inbox talking about, I just want to see if you're good and this and that. And my page is public. It's public for a reason. So you don't really have to inbox me to see if I'm good. You can see the page. So
so I know what you're trying to do. You trying
exactly
to get back with the comeback, but
I don't even entertain that. I don't even respond back.
Well, what about you, Ken? How long had you been on social media? I mean, the dating site.
Well, I had been off and on for my last relationship. I was on there for maybe a year, off and on Black Planet, and at the time I think it was what was it? AOL. What was it? That was back in the day,
yeah,
way back in the day.
You way before my time. I don't know nothing about it.
Anyway, but yeah, and once I got out that long relationship, I was on. I think I went back to Black Planet, and really didn't meet anybody off of there. Just conversated with different people in different groups. And POF I heard about from a coworker, and I got on there just BSing around, like I said, and I think I was on there maybe 6 months.
And then you found your sweetheart, your love, your sugar lump.
Yeah, all that. All that.
What'd you call me? A sugar lump?
Sugar lump.
Sugar lump.
I am sweet. No, I'm joking. I got my moments.
That is so sweet. So, how do you make sure when you're dating online that the person you're talking to is the person who's being presented in the profile and in the picture?
Good question. It's really hard to distinguish that with someone. I know Peggy had mentioned before when we were talking, when you guys had a couple of segments back about getting out there and, dating and that kind of thing. And I think I even commented, I said, you just have to go for it because you don't know. So you won't really know until somebody shows you who they really are. So, I mean, of course, there are some things when people are talking on these social sites and stuff. I mean, one thing I learned a long, long time ago is you don't put yourself out there to give them who you really are, because once somebody sees who you really are and what you're about, some of them will like to manipulate that. They want to use that thinking that's what they're going to do to get to you, to get you. Okay. So, if I'm sitting there saying I like candy and I like walks and I like beaches and this and that, and then they come back, oh, I like that stuff too, let's go meet, fine, we can meet. We're going to meet in a public place. We're not going to meet doing that kind of stuff, though. Let's meet somewhere out in the open. I've never been one to want to waste somebody's time, and I don't want somebody running around town saying they wasted their time on me or wasting their money on me. So I used to turn down a lot of dates. I used to walk. I used to love walking. Can't tell now because I'm kind of getting up in there again. But I used to love walking. So my thing was meet me at the park. I used to love Cranes Roots. I used to love Lake Youre. Let's go walk and talk. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because we can kind of walk and talk and pick up each other's vibes, and we'll know if we want to spend a second, date together or something, or, spend time and waste money together. I don't want to be the burden, so, right. But just conversation sometime via sites, let it be a conversation sometime. And let's talk about some real life stuff, real things. But when they want to turn the conversation sideways, now they want to know, when was the last time you got some? It's like, really?
What's your favorite position?
Why does it matter? Why does it matter the last time, I got nookie or whatever the case was, or who I was with? Right now I'm giving you my attention and we're trying to talk to each other, but we're not really talking to each other because you're just trying to feel some things out on me instead of having an actual conversation. So, and I'm not saying conversations got to be very intellect where we're talking about stars and skies and politics, the presidents and politics and stuff like that. Just some everyday life stuff is what the conversation should be. A little bit about you, a little bit about them, but it don't have to get too deep. But at the same time, don't leave a lot of stuff out. So you just don't know who you're going to meet. And unfortunately, you're just going to have to kind of take a chance on some of that stuff and see what you end up with. I had a bunch of duds, and now I got something different. So.
Now you got a stud.
Yes.
Got some dollar bills.
Look, hold on. I'll let it happen if y'all breaking out some ones now, because we ain't talking about money over here. So I ain't
you telling people,
we gonna do it. We gonna have to. We
deserve hundreds.
Gotta make something out of this.
Hundreds. We ain't breaking off no ones. Tell them, Ken.
That's right.
We want to see
That's
some
right.
money.
Exactly. I want something that can make change.
We take Cash App, Venmo, Bill, all that. I'm with it.
I got my Square card.
So, Ken, what about you? How was dating for you and meeting people the first time? Did you spend a lot of money on dinner first dates, or did you have another way of meeting a lady for the first time?
Actually, I really did spend a lot of money, and my parents, they raised us old school. We're country, and the gentleman always pays. If I ask you to dinner, it's on me, regardless. I don't expect anything of you, no strings attached. So I might have treated to a couple of dinners. We became friends. Everything was good. But as far as putting myself out there, I'm the same person on the phone as I am when you first meet. If we could, like I tell them, if I could talk to you, I could probably be with you. Because if we can hold a conversation, that means there's something there. And we had gotten to a point to where we were talking for hours at a time, and like it was nothing. And I was like, I told my brother about it. I was like, man, look, we conversating like this. He just looked at me, start smiling. He's like, so when are we gonna meet her? I was like, oh, don't worry, she's coming. And I told her, now, when you see me, you see my family, because we're all alike.
Mhm. They are.
So once she came to the house, I finally got her to make that trip, and we went and visited my brother. She was like, "Oh my God, you guys are exactly alike."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Just wait till you meet the rest of them." And I say, "We don't shake hands when we meet you. We always hug." My mom brought us up. You never meet a stranger. That's a friend you're meeting for the first time. So, yeah, but I really didn't, when I put myself out there, I'm just being my genuine self, and it's up to you to either like it or leave it. And either way, it's fine with me. No hard feelings.
And he's been the same man since day one. Same man since day one. Very caring, loving. I mean, and he treats everybody the same. So he knows his limit on things. He don't like to be in big crowds. He don't do the club thing. He's come out a couple of times for me, as supporting. But other than that, he's laid back, and he's very humble, and he is who you see. So yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, girlfriend Peggy is she's skeptical about online dating. So, do you have any questions for the happy been together 5-year couple about how they did that?
They have covered quite a bit of information. Basically, like you say, you have to take a chance and just put your feet in the water and see for yourself what's really going on. I guess that's really the only way I'm going to find out if there is a connection for me out there.
Peggy, you can put your feet in there, but do like old school. Eventually, you need to just dive in.
Yeah.
Just dive in. I mean, if anything, have fun with it, but be safe, of course, But you can have fun with it. That's why when people say they don't understand how people can date multiple people at a time. Me personally, I could have never done that. I cannot try to remember, okay, he likes this versus he likes that versus he likes that. But if a person can do that and you know what you're looking for and you're able to multitask, a couple of guys, you're not giving yourself away to anybody. There's nothing wrong with seeing 2 or 3 different people at one time. You're not really dating. You're getting to know them. But at the same time, a dating is, pretty much getting to know them, going out places and stuff like that. If you choose not to go out and y'all choose to just be having one-on-one type of relationship where you're getting to know each other versus now somebody else wants to take you out every once in a while, it's different. But there's nothing wrong with shaking it up, seeing who you're actually compatible with, versus just hanging on or clinging on to one person, as some would say, and waste months or years at a time, and then it don't be what you're looking for, So, and then be true to yourself, because it's you that's got to be with somebody for the rest of your life. So if that's not what you want, don't waste your time with it. Go ahead and move on. And it's no hard feelings. And I think as adults, people should be able to respect that. Now, I ain't gonna say it's gonna happen, and God forbid it does, because I know I'll be boo-hoo going crazy. But if he was to wake up tomorrow and say, this ain't what I'm looking for, yeah, I'm gonna be upset. Yes, I just wasted some time and some years. But at the same time, I'm not gonna give up because I know it's there. It probably just wasn't us, but I know it's out there, So, and I think everybody does have somebody out there. You hear about people who, and it's funny because I do know somebody where they said, oh yeah, my auntie, she passed away, she was real old and she never got to date or this and that. Well, did she go looking or did she try to date anybody? No, she just stayed home. That's all she ever did. Okay, I tell my sister all the time, you want him to break in? Do you want your man to break in and meet you? Yeah, if that's the case, hang around 33rd. Go on, be a pen pal to some people. He'll be out eventually. You'll get your man. But other than that, you really do have to kind of put yourself out there a little bit to kind of meet and mingle and get to know them. And, a lot of us wear our heart on our sleeves. So, women, we're nurturing, so we care very easily. But, we got to have that backbone at the same time. It's okay to have a couple of cojones too, and know when to be like, you know what, we ain't doing this, and then step away from it. It's okay to step away. If that's not what you're feeling, step away.
And that's the advantage of talking to a few different people at a time, and it really doesn't take long. You know when you're vibing with someone or not, and then
Right.
you just kind of naturally gravitate to them and focus more of your attention on them, and then realize that you don't have the time or interest in the other people, and you can respectfully let that go and focus in on someone
Mhm.
else. So it didn't take you all long to do that at all. Within a month of talking to one another, you
Yeah.
had already decided that you were going to be focused exclusively on one another. Is
Yep.
that right?
Yeah, we said we are in a relationship. I didn't even have to put my foot down and be like, you mine, me, you know, nothing like that. It was just we it's the wine.
Blame it on the alcohol.
But right though. But yeah, we're gonna blame it on the. But you know, but you're right, because a lot of times the men will string us along. And then you get to a point you have to say, well, you know, hey, well, what exactly is it that we're doing here? What are your intentions? Where are we going with this? And
Right.
and what you're saying is, because it was right for you and it felt good and everything flowed, you didn't have to do that because
Right.
he was ready.
Exactly.
We say, and we know this, right, that women are in control of the sex and men are in control of the relationship. So when a man
Right.
is ready to be in relationship with you, he is going to express that. He's going to do that. And if he's not, he won't. And no amount of you putting your foot down and stomping around and, you know, rolling your neck and, you know, and your eyes and all of that kind of stuff is not going to make
Leave an attitude.
you don't want to do it under those circumstances. You don't want to force somebody or make it seem as though you're forcing them, because you really can't, because they'll tell you that they're
Right.
doing it and then they won't.
Yeah.
And then you have to find out the hard way that they did not, but that because you were so pushy, they kind of went along with it, but they were never down with it. So when you were did you have like a certain thing, like, you know, like we know, I'll use myself as an example. I want my mate to enjoy dancing, to be able to dance, to be a dancer. So I want somebody who can, you know, step or salsa or freestyle or something. I don't care what kind of dancing it is, because I still like to go out and dance. And so I want somebody who enjoys music and dancing on the level that I do. We can be different in other areas, but that's one of the qualities of part of my life. In addition to having a great sense of humor and being honest and, you know, and acting like a real man and you know, decent and respectable and, you know, and cute and sexy to me, not to everybody else, but I see him as that. You know, those are some of the things, but I know I want that. Did you start out thinking about what it was you were looking for in your next mate?
I did. I think I've always had in mind what I was looking for. I wasn't, the difference between them versus this, honestly, I prayed on this one. I did. I prayed on this one. I sure did, because I had a bad experience with something, a situation that had just ended. And I remember laying in the bed and I was just praying. I was crying and I was like, Lord, you know, I said, no, whoever I'm with, this is what I want, and this and that. And I did forget to ask for the dancing part. My baby don't like to dance.
I don't mean that.
I ain't gonna say that. That's what I said. I just know you don't like to dance. But I did. I prayed on what it was that I was looking for. And that's why I was surprised when he hit me up, because I was like, I said, okay, the look is there. That's what I was asking for. So, but then the conversation went there with it, and I was like, wow. So, but yeah, I had in my head what I've always kind of had what I was looking for. I just got derailed sometimes because, you know, I got suckered in, and it was disguises. You know, the looks were there, but that whole attitude, the loyalty, the treating me like I'm actually, you know, a woman and I'm worth something, or, you know, that you do love me or something like that. That wasn't all there. So, but yeah, this time, yeah, he got it right this time. Cooked up a
Yeah.
nice little batch.
That is so wonderful. So then how do you get to the part where you decide to cohabitate?
Oh, that was 8 months into the relationship. Yep,
Didn't
8 months into the
Yeah,
relationship. And like I said, he had already been back and forth getting me, taking me, and this and that. And I think we were at your place.
Yeah.
When we kind of I threw it out there. I said, "You're welcome to move in with me if you want."
Yeah.
I said, and actually I told him, I said, I will even relocate to Polk County.
No.
And that was a no for him. And at first, I started thinking, well, I can't come to Polk County. Who in Polk County that I can't, run into or something like that?
Mhm.
But then, I did, I listened to him and I understood. He wanted to kind of get away, So Polk County to me would be like leaving Rain and finding you a nice quiet spot. And Rain used to be turned up. Okay.
Yes.
So, but leaving Polk County for him coming to Orlando was almost kind of like giving him life.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, my mom is here. I had to think. I'm like, I don't want to leave my mama, even though it's not that far. So I'm like, she ain't far. It's not like I'm leaving the state or anything. And I'm like, yeah, when I got my job, then I would have to relocate a job and all that. Which, I mean, if he would have said, yeah, you come here, I would have dropped everything and I would have did it. I really would have, because that's what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So we talked about it, and I told him, I said, you're more than welcome to move in with me if you want. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I got no problem at that point. I'm very comfortable with you. My girls love you. A dog love you. So, my friends love you. As soon as I started introducing him to everyone, they and what I love about my M&M brothers, they've always been very honest with me when I brought somebody around. They know if I'm bringing somebody around, that's because I'm feeling this person. And B, you met somebody that I brought around, so I was feeling them. But then when they start to show themselves, kind of like, no. And then when people can actually tell me, Coco, I don't think that's a good fit for you, or, there's just something about him, they were always right. So, but this time, no, everybody liked him. They were like, no, he's cool people. And when I got my family telling me, oh, he's family now, that he's family, he's in. I'm like, well, I guess, if something went wrong, I'm out, he's still in or something. But so, yeah. So after the 8 months, we decided to go ahead and move in together. And that was still to me, it was still a nice little surprise, because even though he was here, he still spent like an additional 8 months driving back and forth to Polk County for work. So it took him 8 months before he actually found a job here. So, and that right there was a lot of wear and tear on him, and still trying to, and that's why I was very impressed, because he was still being the man that he was. Nothing was stressing him. He wasn't showing how tired he was. I mean, although I knew he was, but he was still his loving, caring self. So
yeah, my brother helped me move up here on his birthday.
Yep.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was down for you. Everybody was with it. They were like, hey, we like them. We love them. Let's help them make this happen. It's a good thing. It's a really good thing. And yeah, so you better be careful, Coco, because you will be on the house and you'll still be invited to Thanksgiving and you won't have nowhere to go. So you better take good care of him.
I know, right?
You better treat him right. But it is.
He knows. I do. I love him to death. I'm still shocked at myself sometimes. I look at him. I'll be like, damn, I did that. I gotta be here. But so yeah, I made social media a little sick for a while, because in the beginning it was all, even my coworkers be like, girl. And one of my coworkers said the other day, and I thought it was funny because it was our 5-year anniversary, and I had posted it. I totally forgot till that morning. Honestly, I did. Till that morning, my memory thing popped up. I knew it was coming, but I forgot what date it actually was on that. And then my old coworker had posted on it, and she goes, "Oh my God, it was 5 years ago today that you came into work cheesing from ear to ear, just talking all about this dude." And then boom, she goes, "And 5 years later, y'all still talking." I'm like, yeah.
Yep, still talking. Hey, Natasha, we want to say hello to all of the folks that hung out with us in the digital virtual studio. Hi, Natasha. Nice to have you. Thanks for joining us. We
cyber world there.
Kathy Lovitz is in the building. She says she's so happy for both of you. And we're excited to talk to her about her love. You know, it comes in all different kind of ways. Cousin Arabella is in the building.
Yes.
And then this is my love, Brandy, aka Stinky Scene. That's my pet name for her. Brandy Shannon. She is my everlasting love from 102 Jams. You know, we did the Wake Up Posse together.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just to answer your question, it is it's water. She says, "What are you drinking?" Because she knows I'm off the chain. It's some nice water.
That's that seltzer water. Tell her it's seltzer water.
Yeah, because
and I got Crystal Light.
I have to pay attention. Steve Benjamin, he's in the building. We want to thank him.
Oh, actually, you know what? Steve Benjamin and I go way back. Oh. Steve Benjamin was my ex-husband's best friend.
Wow.
He was also my daughter's godfather.
Wonderful. So nice to meet you.
So, hey, Steve.
All right, Steve.
Yep. And then, you know, the one and only Cheryl Walker.
Yes.
Okay,
untouchable. She's untouchable. We're going to get her on one day, you know, so she can break it all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Down.
Cheryl was very helpful when I was looking for cigars for my honey because she knew exactly what men should be smoking. So she's the one that kind of hooked me up. She said, going to Pencil, you need to get this. You need to get this.
Yeah, she's our personal consultant. Our personal consultant. So now you've been together for 5 years. You know, you're doing your thing. You worked out all of the kinks in the relationship, like how you handle money and you know who's going to do what, and you know who does this chore and who does this other thing. And so, where do you go from here?
You just enjoy every day until whatever happens.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of contemplating the next step has been hinted at.
Oh, buying a house?
What?
The other step, Coco.
Oh, the other step. That 2-step.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, every day we still together. We're gonna see how everything goes, and we're gonna go from there. So I tell everybody when everybody asks that question, you'll know when I know.
And that's why I didn't ask the question. That's why I didn't blatantly ask the question.
Yeah.
You know, and you it perfectly, because honestly, that's all we have. We have this moment, you know, we have this moment, this time to enjoy it to its fullest for everything that it is right now.
Exactly.
And to do anything else, then you miss out. You miss out on the moment. So I just, let me know, because I need to, I
prepare. I know you want to get your outfit right. I know.
I have to lose 25 pounds.
All of us. I'll just hit you up and be like, B, we got 4 months. We need to start losing weight now. Okay. You know what? That would not be wrong. For real. I mean, we done survived COVID. Why not do a sweatpants wedding or sweatpants wedding?
Bring sweatpants and some Timberland. That'd be good.
Ladies, come with your moo-moos.
I did.
Be free.
Wedding, pajama wedding, lingerie wedding.
Of course, I will be decked out with my paparazzi accessories.
Everybody, that's gonna be a must.
Okay.
It's going to be understood. But you're going to have your Z Gallery collection.
That's right. Standing at the door. You ain't got nothing to enter in here. Pick a piece off this shelf. $5.
Yeah. But that's wonderful. All of those things, such a bright, beautiful future together. And how fortunate you are to have found love at your age. You know, because there's some people who say when you get to be that you're in the dead zone, and the possibility of finding a king, a real black man, are slim. The pickings are slim. The more that we mature, and so that's why we've been on talking about relationships, and just wanting to find out how people got together, and want to show people that it is absolutely possible if you just
no matter the age, no
matter at all, not at all.
You just gotta go for it.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. So, listen, I know you still do the radio thing. Tell people about your radio career too.
Well, we are on hiatus right now, but I am one of the radio personalities, Miss Coco, over at WPRK 91.5 FM over at Rollins College. We have Back to Reality Radio. Due to COVID at the time, they kind of closed us down. So the school is still kind of operating temporarily, but the radio station part has been closed. Now, they do still allow some formats to be submitted in via pre-recordings and stuff like that. We didn't feel that would be best for our show because we're more into the live shows. So we like to do interviews. Of course, we have songs and we have live talk. So right now it is on the back burner. So until they get it open back up, we're kind of pretty much just playing reruns. But I'm always going to be, that's going to be my heart. I'm always going to still be there. So when we get things going back again, I will be back to reality radio.
That is excellent. That's wonderful. And in closing, what is your best advice for anyone who is contemplating online dating?
Just go for it. Just be wise, be smart, write yourself out a list if you think you need the list, but there's nothing wrong with going for it. You got to test it to see. It's like getting a car, after a while it might not work, it might. So just try it.
You might like it. What do you think?
Be open, be honest. Yeah, be open, be honest, and upfront. Be your authentic self, basically. Just be you, and whatever you're looking for will eventually come your way. But I will say this: be careful what you ask and pray for, because you just might get it.
Yeah. That's great advice. That is wonderful advice. Well, we want to thank you both, Coco and Ken, and just wish you all of the blessings on blessings on blessings that you and your love and life deserve. And thank you so much for being with us. Before we go, Peggy, did you have any parting questions or anything for Coco and Ken?
Well, I think they covered everything extensively. They did a fabulous job. They were absolutely great guests. Just thank you so much. We honor you and
thank
love
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So you ready to go swimming, Peggy?
I'm gonna get my feet in the
You gonna jump in the deep end? It's okay to wear your floaties, but go on and jump in the deep end.
I'm gonna take it real slow. I'm gonna put my feet in.
Okay.
My feet in.
Ain't nothing wrong with doggy paddling.
Conversations.
All right.
But I'm real slow. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's wonderful. Well, thank you all again. You have a wonderful rest of your evening. We appreciate you being with us. And I look forward to talking to you and maybe seeing you sometime soon when I head back to Florida.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Good night, ladies.
Have a great night, ladies.
Thank you.
Good night. Did we get our surveys? Anybody online want to weigh in and where they are in the dating pool?
No, they really didn't
answer a lot.
Answer the question.
We need you guys to come on, get on board. We're gonna put these questions out here for you. Well, we want to get some feedback. We need to hear from you. We need you to not just scroll through the little commercials or whatever you see that we post on Raw Talk. Participate, give us your feedback, give us your answers, let us know if you want to be a guest on the show, let us know what your experiences have been, where you are, where you want to go, and just kind of be a part of the show, and let's see it grow, and let's see if we can make some great love connections, because it's all about being ready to love, being ready to be your best, put your best foot forward, and hopefully you will get what you're asking for. So let's just all just have fun and participate, and let's get it on and popping.
Yes, most definitely. And we just want to know where you were with the dating thing. Folks are being kind of
Shy.
I don't know, shy about that.
Marriage
Kathy
is a
says marriage
beautiful
is
thing.
a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah,
And
we're gonna have to have Kathy on the show, right? We talked about that. We're gonna get
yes,
them on the show, her and
yes,
GQ, and they're gonna
yes.
tell us a little bit about their story, their love connection, and how it happened, and all the wonderful things that's happened in between, and where they are now, and all of those
Yes,
exciting.
yeah, because our question, because we are talking about love and dating and everything for the month of February, and what we're going to be posing to Kathy and GQ, and they want Coco and Ken to hurry up and plan their wedding because GQ is on point. He is ready to be the photographer, and Kathy
Yeah,
has turned into quite a photographer herself.
so
So
right.
so they're ready. They're all set and ready to go when it comes to marriage for Ken and Coco. We all are, trust me. But yeah, so we're going to be talking to Kathy and GQ and some other people too about where they found love. And some people say you can't find love in the club. So I think that will be our next survey question for next week. Can you find love in the club? And that applies to her and some other people we know as well. So we'll be posing that survey question and working on getting some answers and responses to that so that we can talk about it when we have the pleasure of having Kathy and GQ on with us. What you think?
Right. I think
Yeah.
that's gonna be fabulous. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Most definitely. Next week we continue our conversation about finding love online with another couple who went all the way. So we're excited about having Shoshana and Donald on next week on
Yeah.
Raw Talk.
Yeah.
They're going to be here with us. And Kathy, Coco is still watching, and she's like, most definitely, she's ready for GQ to be the photographer too. So, we're excited about what everybody has going on, and we want to thank you for joining us on Raw Talk, Real Ass Women Talk, and we talk about relationships and love and dating and you. So make sure you set your alarm, mark your calendar to join us every Wednesday night live on Facebook. It's Facebook. You can join our page, Raw Talk. And on YouTube, it is Real Ass Women, RealAsWomen, Real Ass Women Raw Talk on YouTube, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we just can't wait until the next time we get together. You all right, girlfriend Peggy?
I'm all right. I'm there. I'm good.
Well, that's good. With that being said, um, have a wonderful night. I'm Ms.B.
Good night,
Love you,
everybody.
baby.